Hey guys, it's Lindsay, and today's video I am going to be doing, I feel like I would go like this. I'm going to be doing Las Vegas Disneyland tips, Disneyland tips and tricks. That I know we are going next weekend, so I thought it'd be a fun video to do for you guys. Our top tips and tricks. So here we go. Okay, so I'm at my dad's. It's raining outside, so hopefully you guys can hear me just fine. But my top tips and tricks, I have about 10, maybe 5. I'll just go. I'll just do it. Okay, so number one is, if you can, stay at a neighboring hotel instead of like a Disney hotel, because you'll save a lot of money. Actually, the one we always stay at is walking distance to Disneyland, so you don't have to take your car over to the garage, and you don't have to You don't have to take your car over to the garage and do the whole parking and tram and paying to park. And the hotel that we stay at is called the Anaheim Plaza Hotel and Suites. So look for that one, and it's walking distance to the park, and it's usually about anywhere from like 60 to 100 bucks cheaper than any of the other ones that are walking distance to Disney. So that's my first tip. My second tip is, okay, so let's talk about what ride to go to first in each park. As far as Disneyland goes, what ride to go to first, if you have children and it's an absolute must, is going to Peter Pan. Like, we run for it, and by the time we get there, it's already like 25 to 30 sometimes. So just keep that in mind. Like, Peter Pan's the first one you want to go to if you have kids, because that one fills up so fast. Another one is Space Mountain or Indiana Jones. Those fill up really fast. So make sure you get to one of those quickly. If it is the holiday season, make sure you get to Haunted Mansion first, because that line will be crazy. So that's number 2, part A, I guess. Okay, and part B, so California Adventure. California Adventure, as far as what to do, run or send somebody over to get tickets to the Radiator Racers first, because those sell out fast, the fast passes. You can come back at any time when the fast pass tells you to come back, but make sure you get those first. And then secondly, if you have children, you want to go to Toy Story Mania, because that one fills up, and so does Soarin'. So make sure you hit those ones quickly. I'm not really sure, I'm not familiar with the shows as far as Frozen goes, because I haven't been to that show yet. But we used to go to Aladdin, and it was pretty packed, so you want to get there early, and I'm assuming it's probably double when you go to Frozen. And I think they have fast passes for Frozen. I'm not 100% sure, so somebody like comment down below if you know for sure, but I think they do. And go try to see Mickey's Magical Math if you can at Disneyland. It's a wonderful show, and it brings back all the like old nostalgic movies, you know, so it's a good one, and the kids will have lots of fun. As far as World of Color goes, this is like tip number 3, I guess. World of Color, you need to go over and get your fast passes at California Adventure for World of Color, like first thing. You can't just expect to see the show when it starts. You have to get a fast pass, and they have different like zones for you depending on when you picked up your fast pass. So be sure to go and get your fast pass. It's right next to Grizzly Rapid Run, so be sure to go do that. As far as eating goes, one of our favorite places at Disneyland, well, Josh's favorite, is Pizza Port, and I get the chicken fettuccine. It's pretty good. And then Blue Bayou, if you want to go to Blue Bayou, which is really good, and it's an awesome place. It's the restaurant that overlooks the Pirates of the Caribbean. You have to make reservations ahead of time. It's very difficult to just show up and say, hey, I'm gonna can I have a table or whatever? It's very difficult because usually there's 100 other people that have already made reservations. So make your reservation ahead of time. I would say like anywhere from a month to 3 months ahead of time. As far as California Adventure goes, I think it's called like Boardwalk Pasta or Pizzeria, and it's located right next to Goofy's flight school, and we love it. I especially really love it. It's pasta again, but it's got like a sun-dried tomato sauce, and it's so good. They do have like a little food court area where they have soup in a bread bowl, which is really good. And then they've got Mexican, Chinese. Out of all those though, I think the soup in the bread bowl is the best out of all those, but if you can, go get the pasta. It's like a hidden little gem tucked back behind Goofy's flight school. Another good tip is if you guys want to see the shows, you should get there ahead of time. People are crazy and they line up for like the big parades and shows an hour to 2 hours ahead of time. Don't be mad at them if they're saving spots for their family and they've been there for an hour or two, because you haven't, and you can't expect to get the same seating as somebody who's been sitting there for 2 hours. So just be nice. I know it's frustrating, but just be nice. When when Paint the Night was there, it didn't matter really where you got a seat at, or a spot at, I guess, because you could see them. They were so tall. I don't know how it's going to be for the Electrical Light Parade. I think they're smaller floats, but I think it's going to be just as packed. But yeah, show up an hour-ish ahead of time, 30 minutes to an hour-ish, and you can get decent seating. You don't have to be there like crazy people. Some people actually wait longer than 3 hours. So crazy, I know. Also, what was I gonna say? Oh, best times to go. Actually, next week is a great time to go. Don't go around the holidays. Don't go around the weeks leading up to the holidays. This is just basic knowledge. You guys know Disneyland is amazing and everybody wants to go there. January, it does kind of dip down. Martin Luther King Jr. Day though is pretty busy, but the weekend after and the following week all the way up until Valentine's Day, it's somewhat quiet. We are debating on going next weekend or Super Bowl weekend, but despite what people say, like Super Bowl weekend is busy. So because they're like, oh, nobody will be there because it's Super Bowl weekend. No, they will. They'll be there. They'll always be there, and there'll always be a crowd, but try to hit it at the times where it's not as busy. So obviously not around spring break or Christmas or New Year's or any major holiday. So I don't know if I'm on 4 or 5, but I hope those tips and tricks help. Last thing I'm going to say, bring a backpack. They do have lockers. They do have lockers that have cell phone chargers if you need to charge your phone, but I promise you, Disneyland will drain the crap out of your phone. I mean, you'll just post one picture and it's like, next thing you know, you're at like 10%. So bring an extra charger or plan on putting your phone in the lockers that have the chargers, because you're gonna have no juice by the end of the day. So if you bring a backpack, pack jackets, pack shoes that are opposite. So bring like sandals if it's summertime, you know, wear your sandals, bring tennis shoes. It's not gonna be that cold, but it's chilly, it dips down at night, so I usually just bring an extra pair of comfy shoes. You can bring obviously 2 pairs of tennis shoes if you have the room, but I usually just start off in like sandals or flip-flops or whatnot, and then I wear tennis shoes at night when it gets cold. So that's it, guys. That's our hidden tips and tricks and, you know, whatever. We don't really have that many tips and tricks, but I could do a different video of like, when we go, we hit it, like boom, boom, boom. We know where to go and we know what fast passes to get. And let me know if you guys want me to do like a video of that, like our map. Like, where do we go? Because usually we pretty much hit everything we want to hit in one day. So I know we're crazy, we go fast. So I mean, I could do a video like that if you guys are interested, but if not, then I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I hope it was helpful. I hope you got some sort of tip or anything off of it. I don't know what else to tell you guys, but I mean, the shopping at night is crazy no matter what. Maybe do your shopping during the day and put your stuff in the locker if you get a locker, but at night it's crazy. So, alright, I'm gonna go. I'll talk to you guys later. I hope you enjoyed this video. Bye! Love you! See you real soon.